Good morning to all. Good morning to all of you. Yeah, I heard that you have brought the question. Can one speak in English however he wishes? I mean, your question is is there any protocol or criteria to speak in English? Right? But I couldn't get this on which basis, and I mean, for which manner you're asking this. Pronunciation or slang or quality of speech or stuff, dialect, in which area? Okay, I can take this on behalf of you, just I would take that. Slang is not a matter. The English slangs must be in English slang. Or the English slang must be in English slang means a language has to be spoken in its own slang. Yeah, I agree with that. But see, if you think deeply, I mean, practically, if you think about that, it's very hard to speak a language like its native person. For example, if you are speaking in Tamil, that's your own tongue, that's your own language, right? When Malayali speaks in Tamil, would you appreciate or not him? Even if he is not speaking by right slang in Tamil, but perhaps he is not using, the right slang and pronunciation in Tamil language. For example, I'm asking you, if any Malayali speaks in Tamil with you, you are understanding easily what he speaks, but he is not, he may not be speaking well in Tamil with the right pronunciation. My question is, would you appreciate him or not, or welcoming him or not? You know one thing, when a language is spoken by some other person, the non-native of Tamil, the Tamil language would be getting some beautifulness, some prettiness. Understandably, if I want to tell you, you may be watching some movies acted by Malayalam actors. You just take examples, Mammootty or Mohanlal. When they speak in Tamil, but you could feel some difference, right? The difference means we may mean the one some beauty. The other person welcoming other persons when they speak our language. It means that. I hope that you would understand. We are not the person hating, ignoring them. Likewise, Malayalis, they are also welcoming. And when we speak in Malayalam, in Tamil, we are speaking Malayalam in Tamil. Tamil means Tamil slang, but we are speaking Malayalam. They may be desiring, they would be welcoming us. It's nature, but I have experienced this. Even though I do not know just the Malayalam well versed, I could speak. I could converse with my friends when I was working abroad. They would be speaking with me in Tamil, but I like that. Yeah. They attracted me just not the speaking in Tamil. They would be hearing a lot. At the time, we should not be bothering about the errors. We must welcome when they speak our language. The same thing is happening here in English. We just try to speak in English with English persons. English persons means, yeah, those who are speaking English as a mother tongue. That one also I have experienced. They would appreciate even if we commit some mistakes. They would be bothering. Moreover, they would be appreciating us at least our ability of speaking their language. Whereas you are not born and bred in English, your English is appreciable. That's their nature, that's adequate, their habitual mannerism. So we too should have such mannerism. That if anyone speaks in Tamil, nowadays you could meet a lot of persons from North Indians. They are speaking. Already I have given the same matter in video. Are you shouting at them when they commit mistakes? No. Instead of that, you are adjusting and accepting. Language is for communication, not as a project of a literature or novel. Unless you do a language as a study, for a project or anyone else, maybe your study purpose. Otherwise, for communicative reasons, for communication. If anyone speaks in English with you, so with committing some errors, if you had them or shouted them, or face to face, if you degrade them, that's not right way. Yeah. Otherwise, you have to make them right. Not at the time, but after 1 day or 2 days. If you are a trainer, what I mean. If anyone committing some mistakes in the face-to-face, we should not show the errors and their fault, what they do with you. Right? It's, I do the same on. If anyone approaches me to develop their communication skills, let them speak however they wish. Broken English, Who did name the one is broken English? If you break a language, that is broken language, right? Your communication is over or not? If your communication, that person, what I'm asking, did the listener understand or not? So nobody spoke with them. Listened, understood. So communication is over. You spoke with him, that's when he understood. Right? Otherwise, when he spoke with you, so you understood. But here the matter is, when you write in English, you have to take care. Like draft, application, resume, or any thesis for your project. Even a letter, simple letter. Here also, the recipient doesn't know Tamil. If you write in Tamil also, he wouldn't understand that. You have to convey a message to him. You are not well versed in English. That person, recipient, may be good in English or may not be good in English. But both of you know English. This is the situation. This time you have to write a letter in English with him for communication purpose. You would like to communicate something. Perhaps committing mistakes, no problem at all. But most of the SMS, short message services, are being so. I'm looking at in WhatsApp and social medias. Suddenly, just I wouldn't find mistake and reply them. Just, you have committed in this area. Sorry, you have done a very big fault in this area. You should not use should instead of would. Why did you use will? Why did you use can? Why did you use the listener maybe getting some fed up if you approach with them. That's not the way. That's not the way of encouraging them for their learning English. Silently, just keep in your mind what they do, what they have committed. Committed, so I have a lot of time. Forgive their errors. Yes. Friendly. Just call them and tell them. In this area, you should have used this word instead of that word. This sentence should have been like this instead of what you have written. That's a mistake. But I don't say that's a mistake. You have to tell like this. I don't say that's a mistake. As far as this much you have written English and appreciable, that's a very good one. But it might have been better than this, like this. You would say like that. Only then you are a good trainer. Today I watched a show on TV. But actually, I should have participated in that show. I missed the one. I saw that. There's many were arguing with each other. The person asked, "No, is a language? Is it must a language to be spoken only in that way, like that?" That's a right question, a reasonable question. But there are some rules, that we should not widely break the rules. Otherwise, no problem. Just let it speak. But another one guy replied, what he replied? Yeah, no. This the language to be spoken only in this way, only in that way. Pronunciation, especially. Pronunciation, I'll tell you later about pronunciation. Even in Tamil language, we are watching many movies acted by non-Tamil people, non-native of Tamil. Even Rajinikanth, his mother tongue is not Tamil. He doesn't know even now how to write in Tamil, I think so, right? He may be knowing, may not be knowing, that's not a matter. But he's speaking good, But his style is admirable, very attractive. But he's not born and bred Tamil, but he's speaking Tamil very good, that. Because if anyone is giving dubbing to Rajinikanth, will you see that movie? No. Already I told you, Mammootty, Mohanlal, then Jairam, the leading actors in the Malayalam who are well to do is in Tamil and Malayalam. They don't allow they don't allow us to give dubbing for them. Whether they allow or not, but directors wouldn't allow to give dubbing. So they would let them speak in Tamil. But Tamil, they do not know how to write Tamil. They are speaking. The speech is very good, I already told you, that's the one source of beauty. So prettier than the Tamil speakers. Tamil speakers mean the person who speaks them. Even if it's dubbed, D-U-B-B. Even if it is dubbed by using any Tamil speakers, so it would not have been good. But they do not know alphabet. Alphabet means know how to write. Pronunciation. Do you believe they are pronouncing the right pronunciation of Tamil? No. That's a kind of style. You take like that in English. Indian must be speaking in English in Indian slang. No problems. They like that way only. Even if you try to speak like European, or you trying or practicing or daring or venturing to speak like us, they may be asking you, I mean English native speakers, when you speak in English by their style, by their slang pronunciation. They are expecting English from you in your own style. Yeah. You are pronouncing only English words, so they would be understanding however you speak. So slang pronunciation is not a matter. Don't commit a very big mistake, very large mistake, because it may turn to another meaning. Massage message. Only single letter, that. Tamil also, many are there. Kondu, kondru. Right? The same thing is happening when you express your idea in a language. Don't fear. Don't take much more risk. But if you take much more risks to pronounce, to follow the slang in English when you speak in English, if it comes itself to you, no problem at all. But if you are being trained up very well, even if you try to commit mistakes, also you wouldn't do that. But it would be inputting all in your mind, configured in your mind. I mean, if you have been practiced, not by others, you could be practicing yourself. You may need some trainer. It's also not so necessary. But if you need, a teacher is required in order to do anything. I mean, a master. In that way, yes, you may be approaching with anyone. Otherwise, you can be practicing yourself to be good in a language. I learned myself some languages. I know to speak Hindi, but I do not know how to write. Alphabetically, just I do not know how to write. Sorry. The textual Hindi I do not know, but I could speak. Person may understand. I hope that may understand my Hindi. Because I have communicated in Hindi with Pakistanis. You see, Hindi is not the language of Pakistanis. But Urdu is their language. But if you speak in Hindi, they would understand. They would ask us, why don't you speak Hindi? Whereas you have come from India. While we know your language, why you do not know that language, your language? Even if you try to speak in English also, what they would reply, no. We are not persons from England or America. You are from India, I am from Pakistan, so they may be speaking. I met this conversation. I have met this conversation with one of my friends when I was working in Sharjah, United Arab Emirates. There was my friend, Pakistani. His name was Tariq. Yes. I ordered him in English. Go and bring those tools. This is very much required immediately. Otherwise, we couldn't send those items to Iraq. At that time, it's exporting. What did he reply? You know that? Mahendran, I could understand what you're speaking, but why don't you speak this matter in Hindi? Like that. Ashamed. I was ashamed. I started to learn Hindi. Not by going in a training center. It's waste. I learned Hindi from him, from other person, my colleagues. were speaking in Hindi. I learned Hindi from some persons who were speaking Hindi there. I listened to them how they speak. I tried. So I would be checking with them, so what I speak is right or not, this matter. English was helpful to us. Intermediate language. Yeah, I confirm. They know Hindi, English. They knew English. For the purpose of my own purpose, doesn't matter. Maybe selfish. To learn Hindi, they spoke in Hindi. So this matter, the speech for what? Conclusion, you need to know that. So let us come the beginning. Can a language be spoken? However one wishes. Conversable items we could speak, but not in accurate slang. Not in accurate slang, no. It's not necessary to speak in accurate slang. You feedback to me how I speak it in English. Are you understanding or not? In which slang am I speaking with you now? I am born and bred Tamil. So my English may be looking like Tamil dialect, or sometimes it might vary. So why it is possible to me, why should not it possible to you? That's my question. So everyone can speak in English. Speak yourself just in your own wish. Don't break a lot. English is like gold. You can bend it, you can straighten it, you can bow it. But don't break it. If anyone threatens you, no, you don't speak like this, you speak like this. Like that. Like that, if anyone threatens you, please let me finish. If anyone threatens you, you must be speaking only in this way, not in that way, like that. So don't believe them, don't obey them. Ignore them. Speak your one. Only then you will be starting to speak in English. Otherwise, you may get some unnecessary fear. Right? Why shouldn't we meet in the next video? Shall we make our own time? Thank you. Thanks a lot. All the best. I'm MAHENDIRAN, translator. MAHENDIRAN Global English is my domain. I'm writing. Actually, I'm a writer. Nowadays, somebody is asking me just, who are you? What are you? But still, I'm being confused, what to say to them. What to say? What am I? So simply, I'm saying I'm a writer. I'm a translator. I'm a coach. I'm a visiting professor, like that. But I have been doing all these items, that's why I'm saying. But I like very much writing nowadays. Thank you. Wish you all the best. God bless you. We'll meet next week.